Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope all of you are fine and safe inside your homes, washing hands, using sanitizers, and not going out unnecessarily. Now, today we are going to start with second chapter in English, that is My Early Days with the Chimpanzees. I repeat, we are going to start with second chapter in English, that is My Early Days with the Chimpanzees by Jane Goodall. I repeat, it is written by Jane Goodall, the author of the story. So now, before we start with the story, first let us understand all the hard words so that you find it very easy in the chapter. So now let us start with the first hard word, that is game squads. Now what do you mean by game squads? These are the people who protect the animals. These are the people who protect the animals in the sanctuary or a national park. So the people who protect animals in a sanctuary or a national park are known as game squads. Now the second hard word is next is baboons. Now what do you mean by baboons? You can see in the picture also what are baboons. They are the monkeys who are having a long snout which is dog like. From the picture also you can see that it is a type of monkey but looks very similar to dogs. So this is what we mean by baboons. Next is scrambled. Now what do you mean by scrambled? What do we understand by the word scramble? It means moving hurriedly. It means moving very much in a hurry from one place or a position. So when anything, any person or an animal is moving from one place to another in a hurry and is changing the position, we call it as scrambled. Next what we have is porcupines. Now what do you mean by porcupines? You can see in the picture also. These are the animals which look similar to rats and they have spikes on their body and tail. You can understand it very clearly from the picture. Now next we have is civets. C-I-V-E-T-S. Now what do you mean by civets? These are the cat-like animals with fur. They are spotted with fur. So these are the cat-like animals spotted with fur. You can also see from the picture and understand it very clearly. So this was about the hard words, where we have studied 5 hard words which will make the chapter very easy for you to understand. So now let us start with the story. So first let us find out what are the characters in the story. So there are 3 characters in the story. First one being the author, Jane Goodall, author of the story. Next we have is second chimpanzees. Why? Because we are going to talk about chimpanzees only. The name of the chapter is My Early Days with the Chimpanzees. So we are going to talk about chimpanzees. And third one is other animals, where we are going to talk about many different animals. So I have given it as a name, other animals. So these are the 3 characters in the story which we are going to talk about. So now let us start with the story. The author had gone. Now we are starting with the story. So this was the day which author is always reminding himself of. So this was a very important day for him. So this is the day when he went to the sand beach of Chimpanzee Land, that is Gombe National Park. What am I saying? Author was having a very important day when he went to the sand beach of Chimpanzee Land, that is Gombe National Park. Now this national park was situated in Tanzania, which happens to be in Africa. So the author is talking about a national park which is located in Tanzania, Africa. I was 26 years old. Here I means what? We are talking about the author. So he was 26 years old and he and his mom, they were welcomed by the game squads. Now what are the game squads? I have already explained. These are the people who protect the animals in a sanctuary, in a national park or a wildlife sanctuary. So these are the people who protect the animals, and these people had welcomed mom and the author, that is 2 people, the author and his mom. So they were welcomed by the game squads. And as they entered, the author and his mom had chosen a lovely spot under trees. So they were they had actually chosen a lovely spot under the trees. So every morning the author would get up at 5:30. Why? Because he had already set an alarm for 5:30 a.m. and he would get up and eat a few slices of bread and a cup of coffee from the flask and would go on for the adventure to know more about chimps. So this was how he used to know more about chimps. So this was his routine. He used to get up at 5:30, have his breakfast, and then he used to go for the adventure. Gradually the author began to learn about chimps, how they lived, and then he discovered that mostly chimps used to be in a group of 6 or less than 6. But whenever there was a yummy delicious ripe fruit on a tree, the chimps would come together. That is, groups of chimps would come together to have that fruit. So what he discovered, that mostly chimps were in the group of 6 or less, but whenever there was a yummy delicious ripened fruit, then all the chimps used to gather together and have it. Eventually, when the author saw the chimps from the peak, that is from the height, he realized that all these chimps were belonging to one community only. They were a part of one group. There were 50 chimps in that one group, or you can say in that one community. Then the author found out that chimps would mostly eat fruits and also a good kind of leaves, seeds and stems. Later he also found out that chimps would also eat a variety of insects and hunt and kill prey animals to feed on their meat. So this was how the author was finding various things about chimps in order. As the time passed by, as the time went, the author learned more about chimps, that how they share their forests with other animals. So chimps used to share the forest with other animals like monkeys, in addition to baboons, and also some other creatures like porcupines and civets. Now what are porcupines and civets? I have already explained in the hard words, but still I will explain again. Porcupines are large rat-like animals who are having spikes on their body and tail, and civets are the rat-like animals with spotted fur. So these are the creatures with whom the chimps were sharing the forests. And then the author found out that only a few animals like buffaloes and leopards were dangerous at Gombe National Park. Only few animals like say buffaloes and leopards were dangerous at Gombe National Park. Once in the early morning, when author arrived on the peak, he saw a shadow. He saw a shadow of a large animal looming around him. So he was very scared. He was very nervous at the beginning. Then he found out that it was buffaloes, and many hunters fear buffaloes more than lions or tigers. So at first he was very scared, very nervous, but luckily the wind was blowing from him. The wind was blowing from buffalo towards him, so he could not smell him. Wind was blowing from the buffalo to the author, so he could not smell him, and he was sitting on the other side and chewing his curd. Whom we are talking about? Buffaloes. The buffalo was sitting on the other side and chewing the curd, and then the author had very quickly and silently moved from that place, and then he was safe. As the time passed by, the author heard a mewing sound again. The author heard a mewing sound again. Then he realized that it was the leopard. He could not see the leopard. He could just see the black and white tip of him above the tall grass, and he could make out that leopard was approaching towards him. So again he was a little bit scared initially, but again he moved away slowly and looked for the chimps in the other valleys. And also it is believed that leopards are usually not dangerous unless they have been wounded. What do you mean by that? Means injured. So leopards are mostly not dangerous. Then the peak began to feel like home to the author. Why? Because he had faced buffaloes and leopards in his way. So then he was feeling like home. So he had also carried a little tin trunk up there. So whenever he would be tired from the adventure. That is, whenever he would be tired from the journey, he would make a drink in the middle of the day and keep himself relaxed. What was his drink? He had already carried some sugar and coffee, so he would make a drink in the middle of the day and would make feel himself relaxed. Now from the peak, the author observed that chimps sleep all night, just as we human beings do. And then author also discovered that how chimps make their nests and beds. So likewise, author was learning various things about chimps, and also that chimps like their comfort. The infants would sleep in the nests with their mothers till they grow older or the next baby is born and they can take care of themselves on their own. So in a way, chimps like their comfort. So this is how the author was learning various things about chimps in this way. And then the author is saying that he would have never gone down before sunset. So he would always go down after sunset, and then he would have a discussion with his mom of how whatever things that he has done throughout the day, he would have the discussion with his mom. His mom had a clinic. His mom had set up a clinic, and once she had cured an old man who was very ill. And then the author is saying that his mom had to go to England. His mom had to go to England to set the things at home over there. Mom had to go to England to set things at his home over there. So of course the author would miss his mom, but still he is saying that he didn't have time to be lonely. There was so much to do. These were his words. So this was a story of the author where he is telling that his early days with the chimpanzees, where he used to go to the peak to find out what chimps are doing whole day, how they are making their bed, how they are building their nests, what are they doing, how do they live, are they living in groups or they live in are they living in groups or they are living in a whole big community. So this is all what author is saying in the story. I hope you are clear with this chapter and you also find it interesting. Thank you and have a nice day.